Presbytera Katie, and you are watching The Olive Jar and Ancient Faith Kids. I hope you've had a very blessed great Lent so far. Today, we're going to talk about a very important week. Do you have any guesses on what it might be? Holy Week, yeah. Now, Octy and Anna are here because they want to learn along with us today. And here at The Olive Jar, we want to show you that there are times where it's okay to be silly, but there is also a time for reverence. Reverence means to show deep respect for someone or something, and there's no greater time for that than Holy Week. So, yes, they're here, but we're not going to do anything crazy. One quick thing I want to mention before we begin is that for the sake of time, we will not be going through every single little service of Holy Week. It's packed with so much beauty and so much meaning and so many services. We don't have enough time to go through everything, but we're going to go through the highlights and why they're important. So follow along, and when Holy Week comes around, just know there's even more to see, and it's awesome. Ready to go? Let's learn about Holy Week. Okay. Now, raise your hand if you already know everything you need to know about Holy Week. Okay, I guess I can't see any of you. Raise your hand if you know what Holy Week is, but each year you kind of forget a little bit. Okay, I guess I can't really see you guys either. But if you're like me, a little refresher is helpful. Now, each day of Holy Week is important because we're walking with Jesus Christ as he goes from being a preacher and teacher to being hung on a cross by his own people and saving the world through his death and resurrection.
When does Holy Week start?
The night of Palm Sunday. You've most likely already attended church that morning, and maybe you have your little palm branch or your cross. You heard the gospel about Jesus riding into Jerusalem on
The donkey.
Exactly. And what did they say?
Hosanna to God in the highest.
Right. Now, Jesus is treated like a king, isn't he? It's a pretty happy moment.
Okay, but how does it go from being so happy and joyful to being so sad?
That's a great question. Many of those waving palms and excitedly welcoming Jesus went on to turn their backs on him just a few days later when they realized he was not there to be an earthly ruler. And so just a few hours after Palm Sunday, we dive right into Holy Week. The church is darker and more somber as we attend our first Bridegroom service.
Now, wait, what does bridegroom mean?
It's just a longer form of the word groom, which, as you know, is a man about to get married. In the Bible, Jesus is symbolically referred to as the bridegroom, and the church is referred to as his bride. It's a beautiful way of describing Christ's mysterious and unending love for his church. Now, you may picture a groom as wearing his very best and being happy and ready for his wedding to start. However, the central image we see at these services is not as happy. In fact, it is incredibly sad. On Sunday, that first service of Holy Week, the priest processes out of the altar with a beautiful icon. It's the bridegroom icon. Everyone kneels as the bridegroom icon is processed around the church and set on the icon stand in front. In this icon, we see our Lord after he has been arrested. His hands are tied. He is wearing a painful crown of thorns. Those who arrested him made fun of him by placing a purple robe on him, calling him king, but not meaning it. See how sad he is? He is bleeding, and his eyes are looking down. Orthodox Christians are healed by Christ in the sacrament of Holy Unction. Just like in the Bible, sometimes his healing is very obvious, and sometimes it's not. We ask that his will would be done, and that our faith would increase with the outpouring of his mercies, seen and unseen.
So how does it work?
After the service, all of the Orthodox Christians go to the front of the church where the priest will anoint them with a little paintbrush or a Q-tip.
Oh, does that tickle?
Yeah, it kind of tickles, right. The priest anoints our forehead and our palms. Don't forget to rub it into your skin and try not to wash it off if you can help it.
Are you getting all of this? Yeah, I think so.
And now it's Holy Thursday. On Holy Thursday, the Last Supper is commemorated. This is when Jesus and his disciples sat down and ate their last meal together. This is the important moment where Christ demonstrated the Eucharist, Holy Communion. We hear his words repeated each time we attend Divine Liturgy as the priest prepares the gifts, saying, "Take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you." And then later, Drink of it, all of you. This is the blood of the new covenant, which is shed for you for the remission of sins in life eternal. So later that evening, we get in the car, we go back to church for the service of the 12 Gospels. All 12 Gospels are read, the Gospels that lead up to Christ's death on the cross. If you listen carefully, you can hear the Bible come to life. Chances are you've heard these stories before, but tonight it's told in one long stretch. And as we're hearing it, we actually enter into Christ's passion. It's way better than a movie because it's real. It's actually happening.
Oh, is this the service where Jesus dies on the cross? And it's really sad?
That's right. The priest processes around the church with Christ hanging on the cross and brings him to the front of the church for people to venerate. The service of the 12 Gospels may seem long, I know, but truly it's not one you want to miss, even if you can just come for a little bit. Now, by this point in Holy Week, everyone's pretty tired, especially your priests, your clergy, your chanters.
Yeah, everyone's tired.
Yeah,
I think
everyone's
everyone's tired. Yeah.
Each night the services seem to get longer and longer, and we're inching closer to Pascha, and yet it still seems so far away. Why is that? Because there's still a lot to do.
Oh man, more to do? Like what?
There are still quite a few important services. And if you're a grown-up, like me, you might have a lot to prepare for at home, like dyeing eggs, grocery shopping, getting candles, and Pascha gifts for your kids, your godchildren. All of the bonus extra things about Pascha take a lot of work.
Remember a few years ago when you got a puppy during Holy Week?
Yes, I remember that. Yep, it's a long story, and we certainly didn't plan it that way, but we got a puppy during Holy Week. Ugh, my goodness, never again. No offense, April.
Okay, focus. Where are we now, Pres Katie?
Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay, so now we're at Holy Friday. Holy Friday is a very somber day. Jesus has been crucified, and the church gathers to honor with prayers and mourning. We have Vespers, taking Christ down from the cross and laying him in the tomb, a tomb that is beautifully decorated with flowers by parishioners. And later in the evening, we have the funeral service for Christ, which is called Lamentations. It's a very busy day.
But what if you have to go to school?
Well, if you can't get the whole week off of school for Holy Week, it might be worth trying to take Holy Friday off. I mean, that's between you and your parents. But if it's possible, it might not be a bad idea.
What was that word you said? Lamentations?
Oh, Lamentations? Yes, Lamentations comes from the word lament. It means to mourn, or a passionate expression of mourning. This service is a funeral for Jesus. At this service, everyone arrives, often wearing black. It might be darker in the church, and people hold candles and have a procession with Christ's tomb outside around the church building.
Outside? Won't people see you?
Well, yeah. If your church is in a city or a neighborhood, other people might see you, but I can't think of a better way to witness the beauty of the faith to others.
Oh, okay.
It's Holy Saturday, one of my favorite services.
Do we get a little break now?
Not quite. Something is different about today. Even though Jesus was in the tomb, his soul descended to Hades to free the righteous men and women who had died and were waiting for the resurrection. That's what this icon is all about. He broke the doors of Hades and brought the people out from the place where they were waiting for the resurrection. See the locks and chains that are broken here in the icon? This represents the breaking down of this barrier. In some Orthodox churches, people imitate that loud commotion by banging pews and ringing bells and stomping their feet as the priest throws bay leaves of victory. Now, this doesn't happen in every Orthodox church, but if you've ever witnessed it, you know that it's a unique, joyful, blessed, loud commotion reserved only for Holy Saturday. There is light and joy, and although Jesus is in the tomb, we refer to this as the first resurrection. Oh, okay, all right, very good. I had a feeling you guys would like that. All right. Now, we finally get a little bit of rest. We go home from liturgy and we have the rest of the day to take a nap, finish our preparations for Pascha, and after 6 p.m., we begin our fast for Holy Communion. Maybe you'll go to bed at your normal time. Maybe you'll stay up a little extra late until it's time to go to church. Then, very late in the night, everyone sleepily makes their way back to church Be sure to get there before midnight during Matins or Orthros, because once it's midnight, it's Pascha.
Okay, tell us all about Pascha now.
I would love to, trust me, I don't want to stop. But since this video is already getting pretty long and it's only about Holy Week, I'd better wrap it up.
Aww.
Thanks for joining us today as we explore and journey through Holy Week. Hopefully you can get to some services with your family. We hope you have a very blessed Holy Week and an extremely wonderful, celebratory, glorious Pascha. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, happy Pascha. Yeah, happy Pascha.